Hello viewers, in today's class we are going to take up the various forms of the equation of a line, right? So here we are going to first we'll take the horizontal line and the vertical line. Now here I have drawn a rectangular coordinate system, and this is the Cartesian plane. And see, suppose we draw a line which is parallel to y-axis, right? Suppose I draw a line like this, and this is a line which is parallel to the y-axis, and suppose it passes through this point 2, right? Okay, now let me draw a line which is parallel to x-axis, and suppose it passes through, say, y is equal to 3. Suppose it passes like this, and let us say this line is L2 and this line is L1, right? So we have a Cartesian coordinate plane, and here we have two lines, L1 and L2. Now L1 is parallel to y-axis, right? And L2 is parallel to x-axis. Now see, here this line L1 it passes through the point 2, 0, right? The coordinates of this point are 2, 0, and this line L2 it passes through this point 3, and the coordinates are 0, 3, and here we have 0, 3. Now we wish to write the equation of these two lines, right? So the question is, find the equation of this line L1, and find the equation of this line L2, right? Okay, so now here we observe one thing. Let us first take this line L1. Now here we see that this line L1, let us take a point say A, right? And suppose this is this point is say -5, right? Say this point is here, the coordinate of this point A is 2, -5, right? Let us take a point here, say this is point B. Now the coordinates of this point B are 2, -4. Let us take a point C here. Now the coordinates of this point C are 2, -3, and so on, right? Similarly, if we take a point here, say this is E, and the coordinates of this point E would be 2, 2. Now if we observe these points, the coordinates of the points A, B, C, E, then we see that the x coordinates of all these points are same, that is 2, but the y coordinate keeps on changing. Here it is -3, here it is -4, here it is -5, here it is 0, and here it is 2, and so on, right? So we see that, or we can say we observe that if a line is parallel to y-axis, then the x coordinates of all the points lying on that line remains the same, right? So we can say that the equation of this line L1 is x equal to 2, right? Because the x coordinate, or the abscissa of all the points lying on this line L1 remains the same, and only thing which changes is the y coordinate. So the equation of line L1 is x equal to 2, right? And uh, we also observe one thing, that this line L1 is 2 units at a distance of 2 units from this y-axis, right? So the equation of L1 is x equal to 2. Now suppose we have a line which is parallel to y-axis, and if it passes through this point 5 like this, then the equation of this line would be x equal to 5. Similarly, if a line passes through x equal to minus 3, then the equation of this line would be x equal to minus 3, and this line is parallel to y-axis. So this is x equal to minus 3, and this line is x equal to 5. So in general, we can say that if a line which is parallel to y-axis and it is at a distance of h units from y-axis, then the equation of this line would be x equal to h, right? And this line L1 is known as the vertical line, right? Okay, now let us find the equation of this line L2. Now see, here L2 is parallel to x-axis, right? And it passes through y from the point whose coordinates are 0, 3. Now suppose I take a point here, and the coordinates of this point are, say, minus 2, 3, right? This point is minus 2, 3. Let us say this point is P, right? Okay, now let us take this point. Say this point is Q, and the coordinates of this point would be minus 3, 3, right? Similarly, if we take a point, say here R, then the coordinates of this point R would be 5, 3. Now if we observe the points P, Q, R and this point as well, then we can observe that the y coordinate remains the same, that is 3, but the x coordinate, it keeps changing, right? So the ordinate remains the same while the abscissa keeps on changing. So the equation of this line L2 is given by y is equal to 3, and this line is parallel to x-axis. So y equal to 3 implies that all the points which lies on this line L2 are at a distance of 3 units from x-axis, right? Similarly, in this case of line L1, x equal to 2 implies that all the points lying on this line L1 are at a distance of 2 units from y-axis, right? So the equation of this line L2 is y is equal to 3, right? And if in general, if we take a line L2 which is at a distance of say k units, then the equation of the line L2 would be y is equal to k, right? And this line y is equal to 3 is the horizontal line, right? So L2 line is the horizontal line while L1 is the vertical line, right? Now suppose we have a line which passes through y is equal to 2 and parallel to x-axis. Say this line is L3. Then what is the equation of this line L3? So equation of line L3 would be y is equal to 2, right? So it means that all the points which are lying on the line L3 has the y coordinate same, right? But the x coordinate keeps on changing, right? Suppose we take a line which is parallel to x axis and it passes through this point, that is -5, right? Then what would be the equation of this line L4? Then obviously the equation would be y is equal to -5, right? So always remember, the vertical line is parallel to y-axis, but the horizontal line is parallel to x-axis. The vertical line has the equation of the type x equal to h, while the horizontal line has the equation y is equal to k, right? So viewers, this is about the concept of horizontal line and vertical line.